ver, se está grabando. Hi guys, how are you? This will be the capsule video for the unit 4 for the vocabulary, so no, for the grammar part, because we've seen the entirety of the vocabulary. And I remember that we started to see some grammar. So today we'll see the entirety of this grammar. I will explain to you mostly of it and how to do the exercises, but I won't do it the totality in the video because it will take some time. I will upload the guide completed so that you can see the video. And the other thing I wanted to say to you, and I will say this in Spanish so you understand me. Ya, esta parte la voy a decir en español para que no tengan dudas. Primero que las notas, no sé si vieron, pero ya están subidas hace tiempo en el aula. Dice grades. Ustedes hacen clic y van a entrar al Excel. Sé que varios lo vieron porque me llegaron hartas notificaciones de que estaban pidiendo acceso. Ahora dejé el acceso liberado para que lo vean. Me he olvidado cambiar eso. Lo otro es que todavía no sé si es que vamos a tener paro para cuando estoy haciendo el video. Para la semana del 12. Sí, el 12 sería la prueba. Entonces, de bajarse el paro, tengan claro que las notas, o sea, los quizzes van a ir, ¿ya? Sí o sí. El 12 hay quiz si es que se baja el paro. Si no se baja el paro, vamos a dar un quiz a la vuelta del paro. La materia a tratar va a ser solo unidad 4, por si acaso. Igual les voy a, cuando se sepa lo del aula, les voy a mandar un mensaje al aula para decirles así como chillo, es todo esta unidad. Ya, si quizás lo molesta el fin de semana, extracurricular, no suelo hacer esto, pero bueno, hay paro, o sea, es necesario. Ya, entonces, dicho eso, voy a empezar la clase. All right, so the grammar for unit 4, it's about will, be going to, and most of it future. Will be seeing future. What is future? Well, in English, future, we have different forms of future, but mostly it's with will. It's the most used form of future. As well, we have some variations where that we'll see in this guide, because this guide is very complete. Then I want us to do the workshop, the workbook, I'm sorry, of unit 4. And lastly, well, that's it, because we saw the entirety of vocabulary. So it's not necessary that I jump to that. All right. That being said, hold up. Will for the future. We use will to say what we want to know or think about the future. For example, I'm thirsty. I think I will make some tea. That's something that I want to say about the future, or that I know about the future, that I'm thirsty. Will, it's a neutral meaning. Will be used to say things about the future, you know? It's not used to talk about other than future, but you use it about deciding something or agreeing to do something, more or less at the moment that you're speaking. For example, I'm thirsty, I think I will make some tea. You left your computer on, oh, I'll go and switch it off. I will go, you know, he's doing, he's committing to it. That's the thing about the future, you commit to it with will. Will you come to lunch? Yes, thank you, I'd love to. I'll pay. I'll pay you back next week. So the forms of will use will as a contraction with LL, you know? That's the contraction for will. But we also will use it as a negative with wants or will not. For example, the West will have rain tomorrow, or will you be at home this evening? We can change the will have for you'll be late if you don't worry, you don't hurry. That's the contraction. And then the negative, I won't have time from you, you know? We also, here says shall. We don't use it that much, but I will teach you about it. We're gonna shall for the future, but only if the person after I or we. Shall, it's something more more polite. It's not that very used because of it. When you use shall, it's more polite to use it. Will, it's more general. And that's why I'm saying I will show it, but I'm not gonna introduce myself into it because it's not that very necessary for me, I think. So we can say I will be, or I shall be, or holiday in August, or we could say we will know, or we shall know the results soon, as it says here. I will and I shall have the same meaning, but shall, it's a little formal. As I was saying, more polite, more normal. It's a more formal way of using of using. Then we have other meanings for shall, because we can use it for offer some suggestions. This form of it, it's more or less used. Then again, it's used, not that used because it's too formal. Offer, shall I pack up your shopping for you? Oh, thank you. Suggest, shall we all go out together? We do not use shall in American English. That's why I'm talking to you about that. We don't use it that much, or I don't use it that much, because to be honest, I use more American than UK. I don't really like UK that much, or not that I like or don't like. I don't use it that much because it's too formal sometimes, and it has some meanings that I don't use it that often. But shall, it's used as a formal way, and not always, as I said. But for this guide, we'll do. So for practice, will for the future and for instance decisions. As we talked before, read the conversations with replies are statements about the future and which are instant decisions. So what you have to do here, it's saying which one it's a decision and which one are statements. So decision es una decisión. ¿Cuál es una decisión? And a statement, it's a fact, more of a fact. For example, I don't know, it was future and decision. Okay. So what would you like? I'll have an orange juice, please. That's a decision. Shall we go out tonight? I'll be too tired, I think. This, by saying I think, I'll be too tired, I'll think, it's a future statement. Why? Because it's not a decision that he's making. We've lost a tennis ball. I'll help you look for it. When he says, I'll help you look for it, it's making a decision, right? He's not thinking about making it. He's doing it. So that's how you have to complete it. I'll let you do it, but then you can check the answers because I'll upload this guide completed. Then we have instant decisions. Say what your decision is in these situations, or what you offer to do. Use these verbs: answer, carry, have, post, and shut. So you and your friend have come into the room. The window is open and it is cold. So I'll shut the window. Here I have to put myself in the position that this says. The phone is ringing. You are the nearest person to it. So I have to do a decision. And by making a decision, I can say that I will answer the phone, right? Because I'm making the decision. Then the choice on the menu is fish or chicken. You hate fish. So if you hate fish, I will say I will have the chicken, please, right? To make it more polite. So like that, or well, to make it so that I teach you the correct way, yeah, I'll have the chicken, please. Then for C, you have to use will I want for the future. Use the notes to write about what will happen next weekend. So here we have this, it be warm tomorrow, and we will convert it to it will be warm tomorrow. Tom watched the match, so we will convert it to Tom will watch the match. Harriet's party be fun, so we'll convert to Harriet's party will be fun. And like that. Will and shall. Complete the conversation, put in will or shall. What shall we do today? It will be nice to go out somewhere. The forecast says temperatures will rise to 30 degrees. Jessica, shall we go for a walk? Remember that shall and will, it's used for I or we. So that's why I'm using shall in this part. Well, I will use shall whether I use I or we for this exercise because it's telling me to use it. But you get the idea. Or how much will it cost? It's like that. You have to use will or shall. Yeah, so that's the first page. See, very simple, very quickly. Be going to. So for be going to, we use be going to talk about something we have decided to do. We have an intention to do it. If you saw, for will, we can use it whether we have an intention or we have a statement, or we have like a question about doing it. For be going to, it's gonna happen. I will do it because I have decided to do it. Or the person that's using be going to. For example, I'm going to watch the next program. I will do it. Emma is going to do an experiment this afternoon. Or we're going to use not going to, the negative, for a refusal, that you won't do that. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to walk half a mile in the rain because I don't want to, or I'm not willing to talk, or to walk. The present continuous can have a very similar meaning to be going to. We can often use it either form. I'm going to visit my friend at the weekend. I'm visiting my friend at the weekend. We do not use will in this part. We can use be going to with the verb go. We're going to go out this evening, but the present continuous is more usual. We're going out this evening. It's shorter, so it's more used like this, like this. So we use present tense using be plus going to plus a verb. Like this. They're going, they are, that's the be, they are going to move house. It sounds weird, but yeah, Matthew is going. So Matthew, it's the subject plus the verb be plus going to plus the verb. See, like this. Subject. So if I get to this, subject plus be plus going to plus verb, like this. This is the form that we use the going to. And we also can use be going to for a prediction based on a present situation. When we can see that something is going to happen. For example, normally it gives you some context to know that this going to be used, be going to. For example, the ladder is moving, so David is going to fall. My sister is going to have a baby in March. It's nearly 9 now. We're going to be late. Do you think it is going to rain? So there are predictions based on things that are happening. That's why you can use it. Then we have the practice for be going to. For example, we have first intentions. For intentions, we'll look at the pictures. Then we use a verb and an object to say what's going to happen. So the first one, you see these kids and you use they are going to have a bath. For the second one, we see this person that's lighting a firework. So we will use light, right? And firework. And put it together like this. He is going to light because it's the firework, Then the second one, we have this tennis. We know that she's going to hit it. She's going to hit the ball, and that she's going to ball. So I'll let you complete this one, but you get the idea. So you get the idea. Then for the second part, we have to use the form, and we have to put the verbs in the form of be going to. So the first one, it's I'm going to take it to work. So for the second one, I'm going to lend. Well, I'm going to lend it to Phil. Then we will use, he is going to take a few photos. Yada, 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 you get the idea. C, it's for predictions. What will you say in these situations? Use the words be sick, crash, get wet, lose, not stop, and rain for these situations. So for example, now it's starting to rain, there's nowhere to shelter, and you haven't got an umbrella. So if I don't have an umbrella and it's raining, I'm going to get wet. So I will say that I'm going wet. Like this. See, so I used wet because get wet, because I'll get wet. And like this, you do the other. I will do the second one because why not? You feel awful, there's a terrible feeling in your stomach. So if you feel bad and you have a bad feeling in your stomach, you're getting sick. So you'll be sick, basically. So I'm going to get sick. Oh, sorry, not get. In this case, it's be. I'm going to be sick because here it says be sick. And like that. Then we have the third page. And it's the comparison of will and be going to. Well, here we have an introduction, but basically will has a neutral meaning. We use it to talk about facts in the future. The difference with be going to is that we use be going to for an intention of doing something that it's decided for us. We know that we will do that. So we use I'm going to be, I'll be going to, so you use be going to. We're going to have a meal. I am going to go to class, you know. Will doesn't express an intention. We use be going to for an intention, as I said. Normally we use will for comments or details. This example is very good. We are all going to have a meal. There'll be about 10 of us. Oh, that'll be nice. So it's a detail and this is a comment. And this is the intention. So this is very clear about how to use will and be going to. You can use the present continuous for this as well, because, for example, we're going to drive or we're driving down to the south of France. That'll be a long journey. Yes, it'll take 2 days. We'll arrive on Sunday. More of the same. Decisions and intentions will be used for an instant decision, as we did before, or an agreement to do something. For example, there's a post box over here. I'll post these letters. I'll do it. Instant decisions. Or, ok, I'll do it tomorrow. So he's agreeing to do something. And be going to, it means it has been decided. So I'm going out, I'm going to post this letter. It means that he's gonna do it. He's already like doing it in his mind, you know? He decided to do it. And for the first one with will, he's deciding to do it. And for predictions, we can use will for a prediction about the future. For example, I think United will win the game. I think Colo-Colo will lose the game, you know? And be going to, you use it for a prediction when we see from the present situation that it's going to happen. Because again, the decision is already made in your mind. And it's made because you have some context normally. So for example, for be going to, you'll know because, I don't know, Colo-Colo is losing 2-0. It's Colo-Colo is going to lose. Why? Because it's losing already. There isn't a cloud in the sky. It's going to be a lovely day. Of course, if it isn't a cloud in the sky, it will be sunny. So it will be a lovely day. It is often possible to use either form in a prediction. For example, we can say, I think United are going to win the game. Usually be going to is a little more informal and conversational than will, but that doesn't matter that much. So, will and going to. Complete these conversations, put in will or be going to with the verbs. For example, Daniel, yes, I'm going to see it on Thursday. Why? Because they're asking him, have you got a ticket for the play? So he will, because he's decided to do it. Harriet, the alarm is going. It's making an awful noise. Okay, I will switch it off. She's committing in the instant to do it. Did you buy this book? No, Emma did. She is going to read it. To read, sorry. Is going to read it on a holiday. Why? Because she bought it. So she's decided. Sarah, would you like, no, Laura, tea or coffee? Oh, I will have. Bueno, here is a some, pero lo vamos a dejar así. I will have coffee, porque está así el ejercicio. I will have coffee, please. And like that. See the difference? Okay, you do the rest. Will and be going to. What will you say? Use will or be going to. Here you have to decide. What am I going to use? Am I going for an instant decision, or am I going for a made decision? So the first one, do you have any plans for this afternoon? Yes, I'm going to look around the museum. Look around this one, but doesn't matter. You hate dogs. Dogs always attack you if they get the chance. Your friend, that dog doesn't look very friendly. It's coming toward us. So I'm going to decide that, well, it's a dog. Dogs are its. So it is going to attack us because we have some context that they do. And like that, you finish the rest. And lastly, will and be going to complete the news report about the village of Brickfield. Use will or be going to. Sometimes either is possible. In this case, we maybe can use either of them, but we'll see. For example, the first one, we have learned this week the local council of Brickfield. The council is going to sell the land to a builder, Forbes and Son. The plans are all ready. So if it's decided, so we are going to build 50 houses, said Mr. Forbes, in 2 years time in 2 years. Time everything. And 2 times will be finished. In this case, we're going to use will be, but you can use going to. Going to be. Because in this case, you can use either of them. Okay. And lastly, we have present tenses for the future, which means that present continuous for arrangements. Why present continuous? Because it's something that can happen in the future. So we use the present continuous for what someone has arranged to do in the future. Here Nick has arranged to go to the match. He has bought a ticket. Here are some examples. I'm meeting Harriet at 6 o'clock. David is coming round later on. Sarah is going to Paris next week. We're having a party tomorrow. We can use present continuous about our things happening now, different from be going to and will. Because remember that when we use present continuous, we have a frame of time, a period of time defined. For example, present continuous, we can use it like, I'm going to Spain for a month. So I'm going to Spain for a month, kind of start from here to a month, a period of time. We know that, so that's why we can use it for the sort of future. So for an arrangement in this case. And the example I did as well as an arrangement. For example, present, we're having a party at the moment. Future, we're having a party tomorrow. We could also say we're having a party from now to tomorrow, you know, in period of time, doesn't matter. Here the phrase of time shows whether we meant the present or the future, but sometimes there is no phrase of time. As when Nick says, the Tigers are playing the Kings. Here it's clear for Tom question that the conversation is about a future event. The present continuous for the future and be going to have similar meanings because we're almost at the same time. We're having a party next week. We have made the arrangements, or we're going to have a party next week. We intend, or we have decided to have one. It depends on what I'm trying to say, the difference, but it's very subtle, es muy sutil esta diferencia. Often we can use either form. See, we can use both of them because it's almost the same. I'm meeting, or I'm going to meet Harriet at 6 o'clock. And present simple for a timetable. What time does your train leave tomorrow? 7:23 in the morning. It gets into Paris at 7:23. We can use present simple for the future when we are talking about a timetable, usually a public one such as a train timetable. The train leaves at 7:23 tomorrow morning. The match starts at 10:30. Next Friday is the 13th. I've got a tour details here. We spent 3 days in Rome. You know, so we're using present simple to talk about things in the future. Remember, present simple, we use it with an S if it's he, she, or it, and it's in the present. And be-to and be about to, we use be-to for a future event that is officially arranged. It is often used in news and reports. The Queen is to visit Portugal in November. So she's going to visit it, but we say is to visit because it's settled, it's arranged that she's going. That's why we use it like in present. The student games are to take place in Melbourne next year. But forms of using. And lastly, we have, we use be about to for the very near future. So for example, the plane is at the end of the runway. It is about to take off. Do you want to say goodbye to our visitors? They're about to leave. So this, it's when something is very near. It's about to happen in any moment, or a second, or I don't know, a minute in the future. So it's very close. That's when we use about to. Está por pasar, o sea, está muy, muy cerca de pasar. Eso es about. About to. So here are the practice, the exercises. So the first one, we have present continuous, and it is about read the conversations and say if the verb refers to the present or the future. as I said, and remember, present continuous, we can use it present or future because it's in a time frame. So, for example, the first one, it says, oh, it's a guidebook to Brazil. I'm going there next month. So in this case, it's future because she's saying she's going to Brazil next month. My sister and I are having a holiday there. They are having. So it's future as well. They're not having it right now. They're having it, but at a holiday, you know? And you complete the rest. Then we have present continuous for arrangements. For each situation, write the sentence with the present continuous. Use the verb in brackets. Mike and Harriet have accepted an invitation to Tom's party next week. They're going to Tom's party next week, right? Because it's telling me to write a sentence in present continuous. Laura has arranged to be in the office on Saturday. Work. So if Sarah has arranged to have a meeting to be in the office at Saturday, we will use that she is going, no, she is working. We have to use the present continuous. She's working at the office, or better, on Saturday, because we know that it's at the office. She's working on Saturday. Then we have Claire has just bought a plane ticket to Cairo, dated 15 May. I'll let you do this, but you get the idea. She's working on Saturday. Here you have to use fly. You could use something that, I don't know, she's flying to Cairo. She's flying to Cairo. I'll give it to you, but I won't write it down. Then we have present tenses for the future. Put the verbs into the present continuous or the present simple. For example, Emma, are you doing anything tonight? Yes. So present continuous or present simple. So for this one, for example, it's yes, I am going to the station to meet my friend Richard. He is staying, yes, for the weekend. Remember, his train gets here at 8:15. See the difference? Here I'm using the present continuous because this is an action that represents a time period that it's happening now. And this one, he's staying for the weekend. It's a time period from here till the end of the week. And you do the rest of it. I did most of it. And lastly, be to or be about to. So for this one, the new museum is to open in the autumn. That this is because it's like a report about something, you know. It's like a news report that it's to be open. The Prime Minister, it's at the microphone now. He's about to start speaking. It's about to happen. The leading runner, it's nearly there now. Nearly there. It's about to happen. She is about to win. Remember, when it's near, it's about. She is about to win the race. And yada yada, you do the rest. So this will be all for unit, this is unit 9. No, unit 4, sorry. This is all for unit 4 for the guide. Then you have the workbook. The workbook, I'll let you do it alone because of the time of the video. It will get too extensive, but it's more of the same. It's more of what we do. I'll upload the entirety of it result. Then again, do it at your home, do it. A ver, háganlo consciente, se lo voy a decir en español. Háganlo consciente, termínenlo y después revisen las respuestas que les voy a subir. Porque si lo hacen de una con respuestas no van a entender nada, tienen que practicar. Entonces les voy a subir esto, también tiene audios, les voy a subir los audios también porque si no, no van a saber cómo hacerlo. Hay unos que tienen audio, como por ejemplo esto, 4.6, entonces ahí van a tener que buscar el audio 4.6, escucharlo y completar lo que les dice el ejercicio. Ya no todos tienen audio, son los que dicen esto. Ah, y de hecho justo los que están acá tienen audio, entonces tampoco tiene sentido que los haga acá en el video. Yeah, so that's it for Unit 4. This will go in the quiz. I don't know when it's going to be the quiz, but as soon as we return from the strike, we have quiz. I'll start that class with a little introduction so you don't miss it out. But please study Unit 4, this video, these two guides that I uploaded, the workbook and the grammar. And I see you again once the strike stops. We'll get to classes and see each other every Monday. So goodbye, guys.